What is up, guys? Welcome back to Watch Crypto. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about the hottest pre-sale that you can buy right now. Now I'm talking about bitcoinhyper. Most of you guys may know about this one already because it's really making waves in the crypto pre-sale space and overall in crypto. This is the fastest Bitcoin layer 2 chain and it is still in pre-sale phase. Now bitcoinhyper finally unlocks fast and cheap Bitcoin transactions by unleashing the true power of Bitcoin with payments, meme coins, dApps. It's something that we haven't considered yet for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is obviously the king of crypto, is the definitive reserve of value, and it is honestly the ethos of crypto. But bitcoinhyper is unlocking a new universe of possibilities for what can be done inside of Bitcoin. Things like payments, like complex DeFi operations, meme coins, dApps, borrowing, lending, all of this has never been considered in terms of Bitcoin. But thanks to their layer 2 architecture, this can actually happen. You are going to be able to send and receive Bitcoin with near instant finality and almost without fees, thanks to Solana's virtual machine. So how it works is pretty simple. The first step is bridging. So user simply sends Bitcoin to a designated address that is monitored by bitcoinhyper. Once the transaction is verified successfully, an equivalent amount of Bitcoin is minted on the layer 2. Now inside the layer 2 is where the magic happens. You are going to be able to send and receive Bitcoin with near instant finality and very low fees. This makes Bitcoin actually usable in your day-to-day life. It supports complex DeFi operations like staking, decentralized exchanges, borrowing, lending, maybe earning some extra yield almost natively on Bitcoin, right? In this layer 2, which is periodically committed to the layer 1. Bitcoin's official blockchain. It leverages Solana's virtual machine technology for high throughput and scalability, and this is kind of a step forward in terms of what can be done with Bitcoin because it was meant to be a currency that is actually used in your day-to-day life. And this is a way of enabling this to happen, right? You are able to send and receive with near instant finality and almost with no fees, globally, instantly. That's amazing. At the same time, benefiting from the reserve of value Bitcoin is. Like, it is literally digital gold. In terms of settlement and security, bitcoinhyper batches and compresses layer 2 transactions. It utilizes zero-knowledge proofs to ensure transaction validity, and the state of the layer 2 is periodically committed to Bitcoin's layer 1, maintaining synchronization and security. What about withdrawals? What about going back to Bitcoin's blockchain? It is really simple. Users simply initiate a withdrawal request on bitcoinhyper's layer 2. The system verifies the layer 2 state and generates a proof for the canonical bridge, and upon validation, the corresponding Bitcoin is released back to the user's Bitcoin address on layer 1. Now, all of this, I have to also note, is done in a trustless manner. So resonating with Bitcoin's just reason of existence, right? It is trustless, permissionless. So that's good to know as well. So as I mentioned, it is currently in pre-sale phase. It's not even launched yet. There is $26.57 million raised at the moment of this recording, and one hyper equals 0.013245. Now, I think there may be a lot of upside left for bitcoinhyper. This truly unlocks something that is way bigger than the amount raised currently. I honestly believe the use cases are almost infinite. Maybe just paying at a store, sending crypto to your friend, paying for a trip. I don't know. There's so much stuff that can be done thanks to this technology. This is a step towards adoption and actually daily use of crypto. You can check the press releases right here in sources like Crypto News, The Cryptonomist, Inside Bitcoins, Bitcoin.com, so big names right here that are featuring this project. And here we have the tokenomics. 25% is going to be allocated for business development and community activations, and I absolutely love this two words right here. I think having the community mind is essential for success in the long term. 20% for marketing, viral marketing, paid and organic media, tier 1 geos. Hyper is a global crypto phenomenon. Obviously, you want to spread the word out there. If not, nobody's going to learn about the project and it's not going to grow. Development 30%, which is a big chunk of the supply, but it is necessary to develop the layer 2 development updates. So I think that is obviously justified for 10% for listings and 15% for community rewards for staking, token giveaway, promotion, and events. So that's pretty good to see. 15% right here and 25% for treasury and community activations as well. So that makes pretty decent amount with a community-centric approach. Now here we can see the latest bitcoinhyper news, and I think this section is one of the best sections of the website because you are able to stay updated with what's going on behind the scenes. Now it's a little bit technical, so if you are a beginner just learning about this project, I recommend you first check out the blog right here where you can get a little bit more of an introduction to layer 2s and to bitcoinhyper itself, in crypto pre-sales, etc. So I think this is definitely the first step. And if you already have enough knowledge in this sense, you can obviously check out the latest Bitcoin Hyper news, where you can learn about the security principles, the ecosystem alignment, the developer workflow design, etc., etc. So I think that is pretty interesting to check out as well. Now, if we keep scrolling, we get to the FAQ, which is very, very big. It's almost biblical, but it is obviously necessary as it is a layer 2, and it is not just a meme coin without any sort of value being added or use cases. This is actually something that can be massively adopted and used, and therefore they want to really make clear what they are all about. So this is why you have a big FAQ right here. So having said this, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, this is not financial advice. Make sure to always do your own research and never invest more than you can lose. And yeah, I mean, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this is a very interesting pre-sale. I am definitely keeping Bitcoin Hyper on my radar. I think it's a pretty interesting merge of just Bitcoin's official reserve of value traditional world with all the craziness, the DeFi, the dApps, the complex DeFi operations, payments, meme coins that this layer 2 is bringing, making it much more usable, cheap, and I don't know, modern, adapted to what crypto is becoming today. So that is pretty much it for this video. As I mentioned before, take care, and I will catch you guys in the next video.